Hey, what is up everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself from games I've never played or heard about. This is going to be a request from Awishwee, and this was boosted by Max in my Discord. Thank you, Max. This is a game that I had the freedom to choose which song I wanted to hear, and I chose Octopath Traveler because I've heard a lot about this game for months and months and months, and it's never been on this channel. I've never heard it, but I've always been curious, and I just found out the composer, let me see how to say his name, Yasunori Nishiki, was part of FF7 Remake, which I adored. So I don't know what I'm getting into, but this is a dual reaction. This is Those Who Govern Reason, or They Who Govern Reason, and then the boost version. So I'm going all in. So this is my introduction to Octopath Traveler. So let's go. They Who Govern Reason, Those Who Govern Reason. Let's go. Okay. Violin. Ooh. Violin and bass. Ooh. So far, so good. Oh. I see why Square used them for Remake. I love the use of the rhythm. Wow. It's been a while since I've heard violin on the channel. Solo? I love that tense background. Dun, 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 dun. You know, you typically don't hear violin and this kind of intense music together. I really like that. Again? Oh, the octave? Oh, this is tight. Yeah, bass, rhythm, and violins like crazy. Dude, the percussion section is insane. This definitely feels like battle music. It has to be. Ooh. Also, the name of the song is super cool. Those Who Govern Reason. Dun, 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 dun. Wow. I'm impressed. Feels very... well, tense, I guess. Oh yeah. Oh, I love that octave jump. We're gonna wait. We're going straight into the boost, break and boost version. Those who govern reason, or they who govern reason. Let's go. Oh, right. I was told that this has a little bit of a more metal thing. Oh, crap. Woo! Okay, yeah, we're rocking out. Oh, man. Double bass kick. Oh, man. So it's the same thing, just essentially turned to 11 and more guitars. A different type of intensity. Still violins, but they're rhythm now. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Who's the guitarist? Kinda reminds me of Xenoblade. Yo, damn, Octopath Traveler. Oh, it's so catchy. It's already stuck in my head. Ooh! Get your lighters in the air. It's a perfect lead tone. That part right there, those like first 5 notes, remind me of Vega's theme. Wow, dude. And I don't even have context. I don't know what it looks like or anything. I can only imagine this during game. Woo! Okay. Well, it's always good news when something you've been anticipating for a long time comes to fruition and it kind of blows your expectations away. You know, for one, I had a lot of people for months, almost a year, were like, Octopath Traveler, make sure you listen to Octopath Traveler. And, you know, it's just always been in the back of my head because the name is so unique, right? The name sounds so odd, Octopath Traveler, like what? What does that mean? There's eight paths? I don't know. So, and then later, well, today I found out it's Square, and then we have the same composer that is who has a really nice track record. But I wasn't expecting anything like that. So, very reminiscent, at least this song was of a battle theme, right? Or yeah, no, it had to have been a battle theme. I've now played 4 Square games, give or take, and you can kind of a little bit distinguish the feel of the songs. Plus, it's just more intense than your typical like walking theme. Anyways, so the main takeaway here is the violin, almost as much as Xenoblade, but maybe used more. Like the violin was everywhere. So first we're going to talk about the first version, which is I guess the original version. So yeah, the violin everywhere. Very much like a solo violin piece, but with a band, you know. So that was interesting. It wasn't just kind of like doing normal like verse melodies or anything. It was playing a lot of lead, dun 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 dun, you know, stuff that can get stuck in your head. And that's like the main part of the song. I felt like everything climaxes into that. And it was really cool because they use one of my favorite musical things, which is using octaves. Octaves. But an octave is the same note 8 notes away. So that's why you hear dun 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 dun, and then the third time it's like dun 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 dun. It's like way up there. It's the same note. It's just way higher. So it adds that kind of intensity, even though it's the exact same thing you just heard. So that was really cool. The whole thing was just really kind of shocking as far as the technical ability. I don't know who was performing any of that, obviously, but it kind of reminded me a little bit of one of my favorite songs. It's called Classical Gas, but it was done on a violin by Vanessa May. I'll leave that in the pinned comment. Originally that's a classical guitar song, but it was done violin style, and it has that sort of cool intensity. So it's a cool cover. A lot of emphasis on rhythm and bass. So the whole backbone, the whole chunk of the song, you know, the bass was really loud, and almost, we're still talking about the first one. It was very kind of like punk rock, almost heavy metal. It was very just doo, 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 doo. And then the drums too, they were kind of just, you know, sporadic and very intense. You don't really, I don't really hear violin with that kind of intensity behind it. Usually violin is very calm or by itself or just something not in this typical fashion. And then we went on to the second one. Now, clearly the second one is vastly different, but is it? No. So at first I was like, whoa, this is going to be a big like change up. But to be totally honest, it was just more of a good thing. It was more of the same, and I mean that in a good way. So the identity of the song was not lost, which is really cool because obviously we have like a actual drum kit, or at least a different drummer for this one. Sounds livelier. The bass is livelier. Clearly more emphasis on the guitar. But it's just another way to experience the song. It didn't... Yes, it felt like a new song, but it really still had the soul and characteristics of the first one, just in a different flavor, which I think most people can appreciate. So that was really cool. Even though it was its own thing, it definitely was as true to the original, and I did like that. So obviously it was more heavy metal. I believe for the most part everything was the same. There were still violins, but they were now taking a back seat. So they were doing the rhythm parts, and all the lead stuff was handled to the electric guitar, which, by the way, they were shredding. Very, very nicely. And it reminded me of one of my favorite guitarists, Yngwie Malmsteen, and you should check out the song Far Beyond the Sun. You'll get kind of those like rhythmic stops and a kind of classical style electric guitar shredding. Very, very cool. And then finally, the only thing I have is there was a part in both of them where like everything drops out and it's just kind of this like little solo section for a bit and it gets quiet. That part, the first like the first 4 or 5 notes sound a lot like Vega or Claw's theme from Street Fighter 2, or any Street Fighter that uses that theme. So I'll put a link to that as well. But it has the same sort of intro to it, which I thought was kind of nifty. But yeah, otherwise, my introduction to Octopath Traveler was pretty damn good. And I still have more, thankfully. I don't know when I'm going to hear them, but I still have more. And I'm curious, just for my sake, these boost versions, or break and boost, these like more intense versions, are they in the game as well? Or are they like on a remix CD or like a bonus somewhere else in the game? I'm just curious. But either way, I enjoyed both quite a bit. I don't think one was better than the other. They're both just kind of serve their own purpose. But first introduction to Octopath Traveler, really cool. It reminded me just of a lot of cool stuff, right? I said it reminded me of Vanessa Mae, Street Fighter, reminded me of Yngwie Malmsteen, reminded me of Xenoblade. It just was kind of like everything. And then I guess remake a little bit as well, just because I know he was on that. So yeah, I'm guessing it's a JRPG. I'm just taking a wild guess. Please tell me if I'm wrong. Let me know what you think of this game and what other songs I should check out, because I do have some that are waiting. But alas, I must get out of here. Thank you, Awishwee, for that, and thank you again to Max for completing my Discord challenge to get this song bumped up. Appreciate it. And happy birthday, Max. So, if you want to make a request to me, you could do so on Patreon or PayPal. Either are totally fine, and those are guaranteed ways I will check out your VGM request if you do not mind waiting. If you do not want to wait, there is the Platinum tier on Patreon, which expedites your request to the very top. A big thank you to Aiden, Justin, Kevin, Mushimari, the BRM, and your average metalhead for being a part of that. Thanks to all my supporters, Patreon, PayPal, you. I appreciate it. My name is Jesse. I'll see you in the next Octopath Traveler video, or the next video in general. This has been the Auditorium. I will see you all later. Have a good day.